Hey, so there will be no chemo today. I have too many issues that are still going on from radiation, and chemo would just make them much, much worse. And he didn't think chemo was a good idea to start just yet. I mean, I've been out of radiation for 5 or 6 weeks now, so he wants to see me back in 2 weeks. My test didn't look that stellar and all of that. So chemo, not today. I don't know how I feel about that yet. Hang on. Some people are just nuts. And just, if I meet one more crazy person or read one more crazy person today, I think I'm gonna blow a gasket. It's just one of those days. So we may try chemo in a couple weeks, we may not. I don't know yet. He said, he looked at my CAT scan. Oh, here's what I did find out. I did find out that how much my tumor has actually shrunk and why it didn't look like it shrunk at all. And that's because radiation continues to work after you have it done. And so it's still shrinking, or should be just about done right now, and it's about 25% smaller than it used to be. Hello, I'm back. You know, I want everybody to take a really good look at my forehead. Really good look, okay? Do I have anything on there that remotely says, go ahead and screw with Cindy today? Anything? Holy balls. I think I have met every ungrateful, sadistic, mean, disrespectful person on earth today, whether I have read it in comments, which you probably can't see them now because I either kicked them off or I hid their comment or whatever, because I'm just not even going to deal with it or give them attention. But not just that. I mean, God, even in the freaking hospital parking lot, and I have done nothing but mind my own business today because that's what I'm like. And then I ate something and blah. So here, let me see if I can get all of this out in one place, in one spot right now. Okay, so the reason that I've been having so much pain is because apparently when you're finished with radiation isn't necessarily finished with you. It stays active and working in your body for up to 6 weeks, or 6 to 8 weeks. And so I've got colitis, which colitis is an inflammation of your intestines, okay? And ulcerative colitis is when you have ulcers inside your intestines, and oh my God, it's painful. It's typically an autoimmune disease, but this is induced by the radiation still, so he thinks. And so I'm still having so many problems with that. I mean, I love sun, especially today. Hold the phone. Okay. So that didn't help much. So basically, my intestines are just inflamed as all get out, and it's not making me. That's why it hurts so bad, and that's why it hurts so bad to eat and drink and just hurt. It hurts so bad to go to the bathroom. You have no idea. And I go like 5 million times a day. So that's that. He also said that it did not surprise him that my CAT scan from the Mayo. Go ahead, Sheriff, pull me over, because that's what I need right now. Anyway, he said that it didn't surprise him that my CAT scan from the Mayo showed that the tumor didn't shrink that much. I'm not really sure why he said that or why it didn't surprise him. I had a CAT scan when I went to the hospital on the 26th of December, and he looked at that and compared that one to the one in October when they first started looking at stuff, and the tumor has shrunk about 25% as of that day, a couple weeks ago. So he said it's probably not going to shrink anymore from the radiation, that that's probably all it's going to shrink, but whatever. It was a pretty emotional thing because I basically just broke down in his office and just asked him, so is all of this worth it? I mean, I'm gonna go, so let me go back. No chemo today because of all of these symptoms, and apparently the irinotecan that I'm supposed to take is very, very GI caustic, and because I'm already having issues, he said it would just make it a lot worse, and I can't, he's just not gonna do chemo right now, so I have to go back in 2 weeks. Okay, so if I go back in 2 weeks and I still have the same symptoms, he said that he's 100% certain at that point that it's not from the radiation anymore. He said maybe there's some stuff that, sorry, I'm driving this big ass truck. He said maybe there's some stuff that is going on that we can't see. And I'm like, how is that possible? I mean, you have 64 slices of my abdomen in a CAT scan, and he said to compare it to looking for something about half the size or less of a sunflower seed, that something that small could be causing problems, and not just one, but he said probably multiple things, that if that's the case, then that's what's going on, and that if I am still having these symptoms 2 weeks from now when I go back, that maybe we're going to change the chemotherapy regimen. He explained that most surgeons will want to have chemotherapy at least a couple months, prior to the surgery, because they want to eliminate as much chance as possible for any crazy shit growing that they can't see, blah blah blah. And that they suggested the irinotecan and the 5-FU together for 2 months, but if I'm still having these symptoms of colitis, that, holy balls, that he may have to change that, that it will still be chemotherapy, but if I can't tolerate it, I can't tolerate it. Okay, so I just totally fell apart in his office. I mean, fell apart in his office, and just basically said, is all this freaking worth it? Am I gonna go through this chemo and get through this damn huge surgery and heal from that and have a colostomy and all of that? Is it gonna be worth going through? Because at the end of the day, the one thing I don't want is to keep fighting and fighting and fighting for no reason whatsoever, because I am just going to make myself and everybody else around me miserable. And the last thing I want is to make a decision, a treatment decision that is selfish. And I know that sounds crazy, selfish. God, when I say it, it sounds crazy, but you have to understand, I already feel like I've been a burden on my family for freaking 2 years, and almost 2 years. And I'm wore out. I know that they're wore out. Everybody except my 4-year-old's wore out, because she doesn't know what's going on. And I don't want to keep this up and continue to just be a burden on people. And I mean, that's not a reason to say, okay, I'm going to go ahead and die. It's not a reason to stop fighting, I don't think, but I want to make decisions for the right reasons. And if going through all of this pain and all of the sickness that comes with chemo and all of the pain and bullshit that comes with surgery and then healing from the surgery and then having a colostomy and holy crap, crap. I just want it to be worth it. So the question that was posed back to me was, what would make it worth it, Cindy? Good question, Doc. I'm not really sure why he asked that question, but it kind of zipped shit into perspective really quick. What would make it worth it? That at the end of all of this, colostomy or not, that me having this damn pain, oh my God, this abdominal pain, constantly, day in and day out, would be lessened. It doesn't have to be all the way gone, but if it would be lessened, so that I'm livable and manageable and all of this. And you know, he wasn't going to, of course, I think at this point there's going to be no doc that's going to guarantee anything, if they ever did before, but it's also not a question that he can answer. So, they built a new house there. That's beautiful. Holy shit. So I don't know, I'm still in the same spot. I'm just going to continue to heal. You know, I didn't even think about radiation continuing to keep going and keep trucking along after I stopped radiation. I mean, I did at first, and then I just kind of forgot that I'm still healing from radiation. So I did talk to him about depression, and you know, he offered more drugs, and I'm just like, no. You know what? Not one more pill. No. Let's see if we can get what we got going on under control. And I'll try to do some other stuff too. And let's see where we're at in 2 weeks. And I'm going to try like hell to pull myself out of this crap. But damn, if every time I go out of the house I keep meeting all Satan's spawn, I really don't know how that's going to work. I really am a believer in the law of attraction, that if you throw negative energy out there, it's going to come right back and hit you in the ass. So maybe it's me that needs to change. Maybe I need to go out with just better mental energy. I need to throw that out there because I want that back. Alright, so I'm going to get off of here because I keep talking today. Man, it's been 11 minutes. And I'm driving this big ass truck and the transmission's kind of out in it, sort of, so I can only go so fast. So I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.